Well, thank you so much for joining us here on 13 News at noon. I'm Karen Campbell, here with meteorologist Matt Standritz, and of course, Central Indiana, we are monitoring more snow. We just got through, what was it? Some places got up to 7, 8 inches of snow. Now we're being hit again. So what are we looking at?
We think generally a good 3, 4, 5 inches is coming to much of Central Indiana. The snow bands have just arrived. And now we're stuck in the steady snow for the rest of the afternoon. It's going to be a long day. It's a slow accumulation, though. It's kind of like watching paint dry. It's slow, but it will make the road slick. I want to show you what it looks like out there towards Evansville again. This is on I-69. You're looking northbound. This is just on the north side of the city. They've had snow for about an hour and a half or so, and this is what it looks like. The roads still have a lot of wet spots, but if you look closely, you do see some snow trying to accumulate, and they're not done yet. They've still got several hours to go. I think this is what it's going to look like roughly across much of Central Indiana here within the next 2 to 3 hours. We'll slowly start to accumulate it. It's going to start getting slick by the time kids are heading home from school, and that evening commute could be a little bit rough. You're going to definitely want to check in with meteorologist Sean Ash this afternoon, because after you get some snowfall like this is what downtown looks like. You can't even see the skyline. Things are going to get slicker and slicker as we slowly accumulate to that 3, 4, 5 inch or so. Right now it's 22 degrees, so we're definitely cold enough for just snow with this one. And you can see it filling in here on Live Doppler 13. There's some heavier snow now making its way right over Indy. And then you see some more heavy snow, kind of this darker, deeper blue color in southern Illinois. That's tracking in. So we're thinking that's really going to help get us closer to that 3 to 5 inch. Now, we don't have 3 to 5 inches by this afternoon. That's until midnight. I think by about 3 or 4 o'clock, we may have a good inch or so. It's a slow progress to get to your total. Here's a closer look with Live Doppler 13. We've got now some good bursts of snow on the north side of the city there towards Carmel and Fishers. Some heavier snow now picking up in Martinsville. Good afternoon in Greenwood. We've got some snow. Center Grove has an early dismissal today, and they've got some heavier snow over them as well. Let's take a look at traffic right now. I want to show you what it looks like on the east side of the city, where we do have an accident on 465 in the northbound lanes just past Shadeland Avenue. Now this camera is looking south, so these headlights are headed northbound, and so that's where we have the crash. Shadeland Avenue is kind of down here towards deeper into the screen. So as you head northbound towards I-69 and 71st Street, that's where we have this accident is causing a backup, but it's just hard to see because the snow rate has started to definitely pick up. We've got some snow on some of the road sensors now. It's light. But see this deeper blue color, that darker blue color? That's heavier snow on the roads with that band we were talking about. And we think it's going to come right here into Central Indiana. So roads are actively going to get worse. Right now, a lot of green on the map are moving except on 465. There's that little red notch there. Northbound past Shadeland Avenue, headed to 69, where we do have that slowdown. Karen, we're likely to have a lot more slowdowns as the afternoon progresses.
All right, Matt, thank you. The city just saw a massive amount of snowfall Sunday, as Matt just showed you, and Indy DPW crews, they are preparing for round 2. And right now, DPW leaders say they're ahead of schedule cleaning major roads, but some people living in neighborhoods along side streets, they aren't in the clear yet. We asked DPW what's the plan for the areas not yet visited by plows.
We've got our primary and secondary thoroughfares cleared. We've got our connector streets and the denser residential areas cleared. And so right now we're taking this potentially 24 hours to help make sure our crews and our equipment are in good shape, ready to go for tomorrow.
And we know that DPW was having some mechanical issues with several of their trucks this week, and Fleet Services, they will be working to make sure trucks are ready to go. And as we're getting the latest on this incoming system, make sure you have the Live Doppler 13 weather app. That's where you can check out the weather blog after you download it from your phone's app store. And right now, Indianapolis Fire, they are investigating the cause of a blaze at a vacant south side building. IFD tells us the call came in just after midnight about the fire on Shelby Street, that's near West Raymond Street. The fire caused the rear part of the building to collapse. Crews had to push through debris from the building to get to the fire. The structure is in the middle of 2 active businesses, a coffee shop and a brewery. Those 2 shops had minor damage to the roof, but no major interior damage. Rita Reith with the IFD says the fire could have been started by squatters.
We realize that, we do have a lot of vacant structures where people are trying to seek shelter, but we need people to call that in and make sure if you see something, say something. So at this point, we're looking at a vacant structure that may have been occupied by squatters to keep warm. If they built a fire inside of it, this is what can happen.
And right now, no injuries have been reported in the case. This afternoon, we know that a woman will spend a year in prison for her role in a shooting at an East Side gas station. It happened right after a group of people shot a music video at that same gas station. Our Rich Nye was at the sentencing of 2 people in that video.
The music video titled "Keep Shooting" was recorded February 17th last year at the Phillips 66 Crystal Flash gas station at 34th and Shadeland. That same night, police say 5 people were caught on surveillance video firing guns as they left the store. A bystander sitting in a van was shot in the shoulder. 22-year-old Trenisa Fennell took a plea deal for having a gun as a serious violent felon. That's Fennell on the right in the music video.
Do you understand what is contained in the written plea agreement?
Yep.
Do you understand that you don't have to plead guilty to any criminal charge today?
Yep.
Fennell pleaded guilty and received a sentence of 1 year in prison plus 2 years home detention and a year of probation. 23-year-old DeJuan Jones is the featured artist in the video. He also took a plea deal, getting half a year probation for criminal recklessness.
4 adults were charged in this case. All of them have now been sentenced under plea deals, with the exception of Nathaniel Thompson. His case is still pending, due back in court later this month. At the Marion County Community Justice Campus, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Well, some property owners in Noblesville are upset after Duke Energy announced plans for a major power line in the area. The company says they will clear land there later this month. Christopher Orr is just one of the property owners who's lived in a tucked away area for more than a decade. He tells us privacy is a big reason why he moved in. Now, all that is being cleared with improvements.
We built all this. This is 30 plus years worth of growth that you're just going to take out without a care in the world and not compensate us or act like you even care about it. Our property value is going to go down. Not to mention we're losing our privacy.
Legally, Duke doesn't have to pay up because the company is clearing land within a 50-foot easement. That's the land on both sides of the line. When they bought the easement years ago, they bought the right to remove the trees. Duke says it will replant grass and use an inspector to monitor that restoration. Well, now to the Statehouse. Senate Democrats are detailing some of the key issues they plan to tackle this session. While the budget is one of the top priorities this session, so is education. Senate Democrats say they're focused on fully funding education. Leaders have a bill that would raise starting pay for Indiana teachers to $65,000. They believe it's a way to address the more than 2,000 open teacher positions across the state.
And that's not just a number. It is a crisis. It means larger class sizes, it means overworked teachers, and it means fewer opportunities for our kids to be successful.
Senate Democrats also want to expand the state's On My Way pre-K program and the Child Care Development Fund. For health care, Senate Democrats want Medicaid to start covering doula services for women giving birth. They also want to expand mental health care for moms and babies who are after birth. Tonight, the Indiana Pacers are in action right here on Channel 13. The blue and gold will face the Golden State Warriors at Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock. Now, this is the first of 5 Pacers games WTHR will air this season. And you can find details on the game right now by going to WTHR.com/Pacers on WTHR. And you'll want to stick with us because coming up at 12:45, we'll have some special guests in studio to talk to us about tonight's game in partnership with Channel 13.